everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's Fundations lesson. The first thing that we're going to do is go over our trick words. And in this pile of trick words today, I have Unit 10, 11, and 12. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll hold up the card, I'll pause, and then I'll read the word for you. Okay, but I want you to read at home. Make sure you're reading it. Okay. Nothing. Friend. Other, another. None. Any, many. How, now. Down. About. Hour. Out. Between. Mr., Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Holman. Little. Want. Own. Ben. Month. Oh, and people. All right, good job. I hope you practice with me. So today we're going to talk about more of those big words that we have been talking about. Remember, these words have 2 syllables. So it's so important to look all the way through that word and pick out little chunks that you can read. Okay, so the first word, and I have a card up here, okay? This is the word excuse. Read it. Excuse. Okay, so an example of a sentence is, I was absent from school, so my mom wrote me an excuse. Okay, so let's break up this word into our chunks. Let's look for that first vowel. We see that E followed by an X. So we can tap out that chunk of word. Let me cover up this. X. So we know right there that says X. Okay, and then let's look at that second. I look all the way through. Let me cover up X. And we know we have that silent E at the end. So this is K. And now we need to figure out that long U sound. Excuse. So all together, that word says excuse. Okay, so we broke that word up into little chunks. When you come up with a long word like that, you need to look all the way through that word. Okay, so the next word I want to talk about is the word fireman. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down to my chart like I did yesterday. Takes Mrs. Holman a minute, but here I go. All right, let's point that down. Oh, nope, we're not going to do that today. So instead, I'm going to write fireman, and then I'm going to hold it up, and we're going to talk about that word. So we know the word ire, okay? So I'm going to kind of hold it up, and I'm going to write it. We know it starts with a f, and then I hear that I, What letter should I write next? Okay. Uh-oh. But right now it only says because I know that IR says What do I need at the end of fire to make that I long? Did you say silent E? If you did, kiss your brain. Fire. Okay, so when I want to add man to the end of it, there's another syllable. So we've got fire. What word should I write now? Or I'm sorry, what letter? And then what two letters make that and sound that we've talked about a lot for a long time? An, A-N. So together, boys and girls, this word says fireman, okay? And it has that two syllables, fireman, okay? So when you're reading your words this week, it's so super duper important to look all the way through that word and figure out the chunks in your words, figure out the syllables in your words. So we've got fire and man today. And our other word of the day was, what was it? Excuse. Okay, so before we are done with our Fundations lesson, I wrote a sentence on my dry erase board. And I know we've been looking at our different trick words, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pay a little bit more attention to the words been this week and the word little this week. Okay, so I'm going to read the sentence. Then I want you to read it at home. And then Mrs. Holman will circle our trick words. Let's get it somewhere that we can see it. Okay, there we go, Mrs. Holman. I have been a little sad. I bet that's true because I miss seeing you guys. So, can you read it? Read it out loud? Okay. So, our first trick word that I see there is that word Ben. All right. And we have a friend Ben in class, but that Ben is only spelled with one E. The word Ben that we write in our sentences has how many E's? Two. Good. All right. So that's a trick word because it's a short E sound instead of a long E sound. So that is the word Ben. And the next word is little. Okay. So I want you to focus on those two trick words this week. And let's get rid of that. And make sure you're practicing those trick words. Remember, boys and girls, at the end of the Fundations page on Mrs. Holman's website, all of your trick words are on there. So maybe pick a unit and practice those so we don't forget those. All right. Well, I hope that you have a great day. And remember, as you're practicing your words, what are we looking for? We're looking for our chunks and our syllables. All right. Good job. See you later.